Good morning, good morning. We talked the whole night through. Good morning to you. Good morning. This dude start walking around when we start recording.
You're a little bit chipper this morning, I see.
Always. My cocaine coffee.
Welcome.
Got my black set for Doe Lo.
I call my cocaine black.
All right.
Ain't no coffee black. You add the white shit that it turn. I do.
I remember that's how you. I remember that's how you used to take your Xanax.
We gonna call this podcast 3 on 1 off, cause can't nobody see set.
Which is usually backwards, because usually nobody can see me and Doe Lo.
Where everybody's black now.
I was
Popular to be black.
thought about recording with the lights on, but I couldn't see myself, so.
Unless Whitney Houston come on the stage and say black is whack.
Welcome, fellas, to Camel
Good morning.
Camel
Camel Toe
Toe
Tap.
Tap.
You good?
Ooh. We got a little kick. Here with the co-hosts. Let's see who we got. We got Set in the building. Set-tacular.
Can't see anybody.
Doe Lo da Kid. You gonna change your name yet?
Don't know yet.
You gonna hear me?
All right.
We'll take that as a
Yeah.
no.
And we got Holidae X
I can't
and
see none of
Syxxteen
them.
King. What's going on?
See those?
How y'all wanna just have a little warm up conversation before we jump in, or y'all wanna just jump in? How y'all wanna do this?
I just want to give a shout out to all the women out there that take big dicks. We appreciate you.
Word.
Very much.
All right.
Word.
All right.
Nice conversation.
So, anybody watch King of the Hill?
Whoa.
I did. I think last time I watched King of the Hill was about 15 years ago.
Oh, I was gonna ask y'all a question, and whoever got it right without looking it up on the internet, I was gonna give them $5, but never mind.
So what's the question?
Hank Hill's son, what is his full name?
Oh hell no.
Who?
Bobby.
Lorraine Hill.
Yeah.
Alright,
don't know.
You don't know? Bobby is his nickname. That's not his real name.
Barbara.
Y'all gonna laugh when y'all hear it.
Barbara Lakeisha Hill.
No,
It's a girl name though, right?
it's not a girl name. No,
It's not.
no.
No, Luann was the neighbor.
Luann, that was
The sister.
So his nickname was Bobby, which means his real name will be Robert.
Robert.
Yeah,
Don't tell me his name is Robert Kelly Hill.
no. But Robert is right. It's that middle name.
Robert Francis.
No.
Okay.
Somebody was named Francis on there though.
I'll give you
Doe Lo didn't want to be third, so he came in last.
I'll give you a hint.
Hey, hold up now.
It was an album title. Y'all ain't gonna never guess it.
It's gonna be a rock album, huh?
What artist did the album?
I can't tell you. If I tell you the artist,
It's like
you already gonna know.
Is it a recent?
so it's an artist that we listen
Is
to.
it a recent album?
It came out, I don't know, probably like late, like 2016-ish, 2015, somewhere up there.
I was about to say recovery.
I'm about to say Kamikaze.
I don't know, what is it, Black?
His middle name, his name is Robert Jeffrey Hill.
Okay.
Jeffrey. That's Slim Thug shit, right?
Yeah. I was like, when I heard it, I was like, huh? That's his name? He just don't look like no Jeffrey. He don't look like no Robert either.
Jeffrey.
but just a little warm up this morning to fuck y'all head up.
I've never met a cool Robert.
I was about to say Keys.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't think of no cool Robert my damn self.
I can't say that Robert Collins, aka Keys, is the closest to coolest of all the Roberts I ever met.
Yeah, that was a Robert Lewis I went to school with. He was cool. I worked with him at KJ's before it was KJ's. I think it was Reed's or something.
Mm.
He was cool.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep.
I remember.
Let's get this morning wood started, man.
Yeah.
Our warm-up game. We warmed up before the warm-up. Why your cup look like a tattoo?
Because it is. It's a custom-made tumbler.
That's what's up. That look like a tattoo on a white woman.
Mm-hmm. LA Ink.
Their husband used to be in the Air Force.
All right.
Random.
Right.
That's just random. That's just random.
You say that now.
I hear you, Robert. That's who you gonna be, random Robert. Nah.
No, that dude look like a tattoo on a military wife.
I mean, it does though. It got all kind of stuff
A
on
white
it.
military wife.
Little snake right there, little sun.
With blonde hair.
Okay.
From California or something like that.
Warning. This product is fake, been fake, and will remain fake until we get up off our ass and patent that shit. It's your number 2 boyfriend, inmate number 1200143987, aka the Potty Piper, y'all. I'm coming to you with a new product. It's toilet paper. TP4 Reloaded.
Reloaded, baby.
This toilet paper has 4-ply thread count. Great for even the most sensitive booties. So get off your booty and go cop this TP4 Reloaded toilet paper while supplies last.
Reloaded, baby.
Nah, I usually don't do this, but go ahead and break them off with a little preview. Now, I'm not trying to be rude, but I gotta do the number 2. I don't know what was in the food, but I really got to take a poop. Hand me those candles by the trash, and spray to cover up the gas. Sweat running down my leg, dealing with a case of swamp ass. So let me go toot, followed by some poop. Flush it down as I go. TP4 on the roll, floating around in the toilet bowl. It's the remix edition of the song about shitting and how my potty body smell will have a bitch in here bitchin'. Gotta take some more tums, add lil' bit a few grunts. TP4 on the go will have your booty whistling for months. Bounce, 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 porn. Bounce, bounce, eggs. Bounce, bounce, peaches. Jesus. TP4 Reloaded toilet paper.
Reloaded, baby. Alright, so what we could do here, we could either talk about what's going on in free agency, or we could just talk specifically about the Panthers. Since I know like most of us are past, present, and future Panther fans, we ain't got to talk about the rest of the NFL, you know. We can just talk about the Panthers if that's what y'all want to do. Are you alright? You look like you're crying over there. I seen a tear go down.
He constipated right now.
And then it went right back up.
I need all the water I can get. Oh. Hold on.
Yeah, leave the tea.
Lord.
Because it ain't like that the camera be anywhere other than your nose. Ain't nobody gonna know.
Oh.
Well, I want to say this about free agency. We did a good job in free agency so far.
They go see your nose and the ceiling behind you. All right, NFL.
So y'all want to talk about the whole NFL free agency as a whole, or just talk about the Panthers?
Probably just the Panthers.
All right, cool. I think it was very foolish of us to trade for the number 1 pick and give up our number 1 receiver in the process. Because even if you bring in a rookie they intend to draft a rookie quarterback. He's not gonna have nobody to throw it to. So unless they got more moves coming in, where they're gonna bring in some receivers, it's gonna be real rough for whatever quarterback they bring in. Other than that,
yeah,
I don't understand why they signed Miles Sanders when they could have just kept McCaffrey instead of trading McCaffrey. If you knew you was going to go out and get another running back, what was the point of getting rid of the star running back who's been ingrained into the culture, the keep pounding culture for years? Other than that, they brought in Andy Dalton to be the bridge quarterback. I think that was a decent move. I think the offensive line is good. Well, this not to say I think the running backs that we have is going to be pretty good in this offense. The only thing is, without nobody to throw it to. They did bring in the tight end, which we desperately needed since Greg Olsen retired. As far as defense, I think they still need to bring in a pass rusher, maybe some more linebacker depth, and I think that's it. As long as we can keep our cornerbacks.
Sounds like the Panthers need a whole new team.
It depends on what they do in the draft. Like, I hope with the number 1 pick, I hope they pick CJ Stroud. Other people are expecting them to go a different route with a quarterback from Florida. I think his name Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Except one of them is like a. I have to caveat this by saying I don't watch football anymore. I won't watch football until Kaepernick has at least some type of position back in the NFL. So
That's
y'all
probably
can
gonna
take
be a
this how
while.
y'all take this. But it's not I heard, because you can't escape football. I heard that like one of the choices is like a risk, and one of them is a safe bet, and it's a safe bet to be mediocre. And one of them's a risk that he's gonna be either mediocre or he might be a great quarterback. But it's like those are the two choices.
Honestly,
do you want to be safe or do you want to take the risk? So, which one is the safe one and which one is the risk?
Honestly, they all are risk except for, in my opinion, CJ Stroud. Bryce Young, they project him to be the number 1 pick, but he only 5'10". You know, he's every time I see him play, all I think is Kyler Murray. Like, yeah, he could have all the talent in the world, but he's 5'10". You know, there's not many quarterbacks. 6
Is
foot.
he white?
No, he's not white. But there's not many quarterbacks that's 6 feet and under who succeed in the NFL, except for, I could think of 2, and that's Russell Wilson and Drew Brees. Like, I know other people say, Doug Flutie and all those, but they didn't have the type of success that Russell Wilson and Drew Brees had. So any quarterback under 6 foot is already a red flag in my book.
What? Doug Flutie won a Super Bowl.
He did. I know he played in one.
Against Kaepernick, too. Damn it.
What? Doug Flutie wasn't even in the league when Kaepernick got in the league.
He ain't. Who was the Ravens quarterback?
The
That's Joe
Ravens?
Flacco. That was Joe Flacco.
It was San Francisco versus the Ravens for that Super Bowl, right?
That was Joe Flacco.
But it wasn't Doug
Oh,
Flutie.
Flacco.
He
Okay.
said Doug Flutie.
Okay.
Do you know how
Don't
long
yell at me.
Doug,
I'm sensitive. I told you I ain't watched football in a
Doug
long
Flutie
ass
played
time.
back in early 2000s, 90s?
Yeah, I did caveat this by saying I haven't watched football since Kaepernick left.
But
I
that's recent.
understand.
So,
That was like
Huh?
4 or 5 years ago.
hey, all of it's the same to me. I just saw Cam Newton the other day, and I was like, man,
Wow.
that Panthers quarterback is still
He's
looking
not our
pretty
quarterback.
decent. Like, see,
He's always going to be
I
our
didn't know that
quarterback.
until we was talking about it a couple minutes ago.
Don't say that, Skip. Don't say that, Skip.
All right.
But see,
So, what's your opinion on the free agency set?
yeah,
Carolina
because we got
Panthers, what
different
they doing?
views on who they should get as quarterback.
I've been changing my views back and forth. Cause CJ, he just tall, and he got all the mechanics. But Bryce Young, that's a rare talent. I'm mad we gave up DJ Moore, but we can get our future quarterback for our franchise. And then we got Miles Sanders, the running back. What that? And then we got
Okay, now let me ask you this. What's the point of trading McCaffrey if they were just going to bring
Less
in
money?
Miles Sanders? He was on, this is like the last year. I think because he signed a 4-year extension
he signed
One,
last year,
two.
didn't he?
like 2 years ago or something like that. But I don't think none of the money was guaranteed after this year or something like
Well,
that.
All I'm saying is he just like CMC, but I don't know,
Is he?
man, it's a good pickup. I mean, we got draft hits for CMC. I mean, ain't worried about it no more. I mean, we got the
Yeah, but we gave those picks away
got the
with
black-
our
we
receiver.
got black CMC.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not his name. His name is Miles.
Where he can run miles like CMC.
In football, if you have to call yourself the black version of a white player, that don't start out good. I'm the black version of Steve Young.
Then you pretty good.
They call me Joe Montana Black.
Of the black Steve Young. They call me Bryce Young.
So now let me ask you this. Even though you say we gonna bring in our quarterback that could be our quarterback for 10, 15 years, it ain't gonna matter if they don't bring in nobody he could throw it to.
Does this feel like to you guys whenever we drafted Cam Newton and realized that he was going to be some good shit? That
No,
we got
we
rid
had
of our
Steve
best
Smith.
receiver immediately?
We had Steve Smith.
Yeah, we got rid of him as soon as we realized that Cam was going to actually be doing some shit.
We didn't get rid of him until
It was like 2 years later, right?
Yeah.
no, it was like because we went to the
15.
Super Bowl in
That was the
15.
fourth.
So it's the year before that, I think.
So it's Cam third year?
He got drafted in like
Yeah.
2011, I think.
Yeah.
So after like 3 or 4, he was there for 3 or 4 years before they got rid of him.
They drafted Cam and had him third in the lineup.
Had who third?
Why would
Cam.
they draft him?
No,
Why
Cam
would they
started
draft
out the
him
preseason
starting?
as
he started out.
Cam started out the preseason third in the lineup.
Yeah, but he started the season as the quarterback. Again,
Yeah, I'm saying this to make my point. So he went through that year. The next year, he came out and we still had Smitty, but I think that third year Smitty was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And the excuse was, "Oh, we want to make this Cam's team." Well, you're gonna make this Cam's team
No,
by getting rid
how
of
they
the
kept
best
butting
receiver
heads.
that we have. And Cam had to drag us to the Super Bowl
they
with
didn't kill
Black
Blackheads.
set Doe Lo, and Holidae.
Because Steve Smith came out and said he would have been perfectly fine being the slot receiver, and they could have drafted somebody.
No, he said in the beginning he went down with a rebuild because he was near the end of his career, and he.
Yeah, but they wasn't gonna rebuild him. To keep him there was not a
No,
rebuild.
when they drafted Cam,
you could have kept him there and got a strong receiver on the outside, and it's over.
Yeah, had him in the slot with Kevin Benjamin, and
that tight
they
end.
still had Olsen. I mean, they would have been good.
And
it would have prolonged Cam's career because he wouldn't have messed up his collarbone, and them high throws start coming when Cam messed up his collarbone.
Blame
Cam
still
started throwing to Ted Ginn Ted Ginn was 8'3".
But he wasn't that most accurate quarterback anyway. It was.
Yeah, but they was at least closer. You could reach up as they used to be able to do this and catch the ball. Then they had to start jumping.
They didn't need trampolines.
Steve Smith ain't have a problem.
Away.
Steve Smith ain't have a problem. Steve Smith was still forming him in the air.
You see how big Steve Smith calf muscles is? He can jump as well.
That's also a testament to how good Steve Smith
was. 5'9", jumping 7 feet, 8 feet.
Yeah,
I remember I was like that back in my day. Yeah.
All right, what's next?
But all in all, I think they did a decent job. I just wish they would.
I'm glad we got Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
Yeah. And I wish they would have brought back Deontay Foreman because I like the Chuba.
I wish
Deontay
Colin Kaepernick could come back.
Combination. But we'll see. Draft coming up, and I think at the end of April.
Near Leah's birthday.
I wish Colin Kaepernick goes to the XFL.
With him and The Rock.
NFL.
I mean, they already
NFL as a coach or something,
but
not a coach. At least a front office person.
And they already said they not gonna bring him back, and so I rather watch him, go to the XFL and bring in a lot of ratings and stuff, and show what he can do there, and then possibly get a backup role in the NFL. But as of right now, they not gonna bring him back.
I know, but that just tells you I'm not watching the NFL. But it's already proven that people go watch the NFL. There's no way to stop people from watching the NFL. I'm like 1 in a million.
2 billion.
They're not doing that shit for me. I'm probably like 1 in 4 people that 1, 2, 3.
Well, don't watch it.
Anyway,
don't watch.
I don't watch football either. I don't watch football.
Wow,
I try to keep up with it, but I don't watch it.
You just work.
True.
Wow, 50% of us don't watch football. That's got to be a record.
Yeah.
So I was in the middle of the road, taking a piss and shit, minding my own business and everything, and this old man walked up on me with his wife. I guess whatever they doing in the sewer, it backed up on their wall. Some shit backed up on their wall or something. So he came up to me talking shit and shit about some shit and shit. And, I'm in the middle of the road pissing. So after he get finished talking his shit and shit, he walked off, and his wife, she gave me her number. So the moral of the story, when you got some shit to say about some shit and shit, and you see a snake in the road, don't bring your wife. Oh,
welcome back to Camel Toe Tap. Hablo, Tappy El Camel Toe.
You sound like El Nino Thugger.
That's how he words at COVID.
You sound okay. Welcome back to Camel Toe Tap. So last week we did our NBA predictions and we fucked it all up because we forgot. Well, I forgot personally that whoever won the play-in games, the 7th and 8th seed only had to win one game. The 9th and 10th seed had to win 2 to get in. So what we gonna do is we're gonna revisit that, but we're gonna go with, since we already know the teams 1 through 8, East and West. We're just gonna go through who we think gonna make it out the first round between the matchups, and do it that way.
Is it because OKC ain't in this no more?
Oh, okay. I'll give you the bracket. So we'll start with the East. You got so as far as games, the only two teams that didn't play in the East was the Bucks and the Heat. The other 3 teams played yesterday. So we kind of gonna be a little head there. You got Bucks and the Heat, 1 and 8 seed. The 4 and 5 seed is the Cavs, Cavaliers, and the Knicks. The 3 and 6 seed is the 76ers and the Nets. And the 2 and 7 is Celtics and Hawks. Alright, so for the first matchup, which hasn't played yet, is the Bucks and the Heat. Who do y'all feel like is going to come out of that matchup, the 1 and 8 seed? Now, how many games do you think the series will go? 5 games. I picked 6.
Yeah, I think Bucks will get them out in. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna give them a sweep.
It's Bucks against Miami.
Yeah, that's why I picked 6 games just because, like, with the Heat, they're not a good scoring team, but if they're able to slow the game down and get to the free throw line a lot, they can make it a low 90s, high 80s game, and challenge the Bucks. So I say the Bucks will win in 6.
They have nobody to guard their 3 bigs. They got Bam Adebayo, and that's it. But they got Giannis, Lopez, and Bobby Portis. It's gonna be hard to stop them.
Huh?
Y'all want to keep record of what we saying? Do y'all want to keep record of what we saying?
Yeah.
Okay, we can. So Bucks against Heat. Everybody say 6.
I said 5.
Or 5. Who says 5?
I'm picking 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
But everybody saying Bucks over.
Cavaliers and Knicks.
That's gonna be a tough.
They played yesterday. The Knicks pulled it out. This is the series that I've been going back and forth on, because even though the Cavaliers didn't play as good yesterday, the Knicks were still able to pull it out. But I feel like that series will go 7 games. I just don't know. I'm gonna say the Cavaliers right now, but I think
I'm gonna say the Cavs.
7 games.
The Cavs beat eyeball. I'm gonna say the New York Knickerbockers.
Of course you will, because they won.
That's not why.
No,
I didn't want to beat the rest of y'all.
All right, so next, the 3-6 matchup. We got 76ers and Nets. Now, yeah, with me, this is the only series I see being a sweep. I think the 76ers will get them in 4 games.
Well, if Joel Embiid stay healthy through these 4 games, or these 3 games.
Yeah, but even without him being healthy, I think they'll still be in the sweep.
I don't know, probably. They got a lot of offense.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I think Embiid needs to be healthy in order for him to get it. But I get it. I do that.
Anybody?
Sixers over Nets.
That's what you said. You say 4? Yeah, that makes sense.
4.
See, why can we agree on this but not the hip hop list? Next, We got the 2-7 matchup.
Hey.
That's the Celtics and the Hawks. I picked the Celtics
Hawks,
in
baby.
5.
I would love to pick my Hawks, but we just don't look good.
But Tatum.
Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they I don't know what the fuck going on with them two. But
Why Jason Tatum look like a 1980s R&B singer? You got that slit back going on.
He do look like somebody. I just couldn't put my finger on it.
Harold DeBarge.
He do look like a John B type dude.
Jason Tatum take all his NBA solo shots like this.
But everybody saying the Celtics. Okay, so we all agreed on the Bucks. We all agreed on the Sixers. We all agreed on the Celtics. And Satanamo, the only one that picked the Knicks against the Cavs in 7. All right, so we'll leave it there and we'll go to the West. Now with the West matchups, the only teams that played yesterday was the Kings and the Warriors. So, yeah, Kings won. Like the bean, baby.
Fine.
Like the bean.
I'm just
Okay,
gonna
so wait,
it's because
let's go
I
through.
want them to
We
win.
got the 1-8 seed, the 1-8 series, the 1 seed and the 8. We got the Nuggets and the Wolves. We got 4-5, Suns and the Clippers. 3-6, the Kings and the Warriors. 2-7, Grizzlies and Lakers. So, first one, the Nuggets and Wolves. Who y'all think gonna win that matchup?
Nuggets in 5.
I picked Nuggets and
Nuggets.
6. And I don't,
Nuggets. I'm playing Nuggets and you know what? I'm gonna be different. Nuggets in 7. I think it go all the way.
The Wolves, I don't know, because the way that they looked against the Lakers, they looked gassed in that play-in game.
But if they had Rudy
But I'm
Gobert,
saying, like,
LeBron, of course,
you
they
don't
was gonna
think
look guys.
Jokic just gonna beat down on them, and they gonna get gassed. Like,
that's a different altitude.
LeBron is one person.
It's one person.
Some people can't play that mile high altitude.
Yeah, and then they play in the Denver.
Well, Nuggets got that guard. What's the name of that guard that went the hell off in the bubble?
Very.
He coming back, but
Is Jamal Murray healthy?
I don't know if you would say he's healthy. Like, it's hard to be like 100% off an ACL injury.
Well, he's not played the full season.
But he
Okay,
still
well,
didn't
I'll
look
pick him in.
like himself.
Shit. They got him in first place. They ain't there for a reason.
Because of Jokic.
And
But I picked Nuggets in 6. I pick him in 6. You said 7?
I said 5.
What'd you say? You
All
said
right.
5?
I said 7.
All right, next one.
5,
Suns and Clippers.
Suns and Clippers. That's like on the west side. The one I think you go 7, and I'm gonna pick the Suns.
Paul George gonna be back.
You saying 4
I
guys?
say Suns in 6.
And then
I say Suns in 6. The only reason why I say that is because for some reason, whenever Chris Paul is playing, for some reason, they always give up in the games he play, in the series he play, they always give up at least one game. So, with that knowledge, I think it'll go 6.
You think Kevin Durant gonna lose twice
I
after
think
not
so.
losing at all with the
Playoffs
Suns
is
yet?
different.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, I feel you.
Playoffs
I
is
just
different,
wanted
like,
to ask
So
that.
I think they're gonna sweep.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of their players,
All right.
the Suns players, have been injured this year. A lot of the Clippers players been injured this year.
Russell Wilson versus
So
KD.
I can't sit here and say one team's gonna sweep the other just
Russell Wilson versus
because injuries
KD.
play a factor.
TP3 against his old team.
And you know, yeah.
They gonna try to make a statement.
It's gonna be something. Suns and six.
But you say Suns, right?
But one thing real quick, the Celtics and Hawks, Al Horford old team. You see the way he looked against his old team?
You know Al Horford had the
beast.
second highest 3-point field goal in the league.
3-point percentage. Yep. Okay, so next one. We got Kings and Warriors.
Warriors and
Yeah, I did pick the Warriors at first, but I'm picking the Kings in 7. The only reason why I'm picking the Kings is because the Warriors had only won like 9 games on the road this year.
that was without Andrew Wiggins. And he is back.
Okay.
And he's not starting right now, but when he starts, right. Woo.
But did you see how good he played yesterday? And they still lost.
Bench.
Yeah, I was looking at them numbers, boy. I was like, golly. But the Kings, though, they need somebody else to step up because they basically had 2 30-point scores and only won by 2.
Without Sabonis even being that effective on offense. So think about that. They won without him being effective. And he was an all-star this year.
You know what championship teams do? They adjust.
Win more. They win more than 9 games on the road.
Fuck a lot of bitches.
We did not have Andrew Wiggins. He is back. That's one of our biggest defensive players on the team. We'll be all right.
But I think the way that the Kings handled themselves in that first game really say a lot about them.
Me. I don't think they're gonna do that good. First playoff game, 17.
And they were balling.
Yeah. Ain't nobody watched the Kings. Like literally, nobody know what the Kings really got.
They had 2 All-Stars this year.
Yeah.
And they had what's that dude name?
Matter. Yeah.
Monk. Now you the dude that we let go.
When motherfuckers leave Charlotte, they look so much better. Like he even looked good last year playing with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck they was doing in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
They,
I think it's the Michael Jordan effect. Michael Jordan and the Lakers, they probably have the same effect. Once you play for Michael Jordan and when you play for the Lakers, motherfuckers just shrink.
I don't know. Dennis Schroeder looked good with the Lakers. So, last but not least, Grizzlies.
All right, next one. Y'all both go pick Grizzlies. I'm gonna pick Lakers. I'm going ahead and type that down.
I'm going LA in 7. I think it's gonna go 7.
Now I'm sad.
Yeah, the way that
I might say 7. LA in 7.
I seen them play in the play-in. I think they got just enough to get by them.
Mm-hmm.
Even if Anthony Davis
They got
hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at defense. So yeah, I think they're good. I think the Lakers will be the first team to go from the play-in to go to the second round.
Who else was in the play? Oh yeah, they was in the play-in. They was in the play. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, and the only reason why I'm not picking the Grizzlies is because they were another team that couldn't win on the road during the regular season. Huh?
You think John Morant go dunk on LeBron?
a sneak power dunk.
You think John Morant and get a power dunk on LeBron?
Over AD?
That's the
I think he's going to put it right between his eyebrows.
That's the shit I want to see.
Do that? Not without a hair.
But okay, so we all in agreement on the Nuggets, all in agreement on the Suns. Set Tonamo, he got to be the oddball and pick the Warriors because he's biased. And then we all agree on the Lakers. All right, so we'll see how this first round shake out, and then we'll revisit this once the first round is over. But we could keep every week coming back and talking about the NBA until we get to the end of the season.
NBA talk, man. So this is the reason why we all look like we got hit by individual trains this morning. Probably congratulations on the newborn set. Probably a little bit because of the newborn too, but yeah. Lakers is what I'm gonna start off with because I do the same thing I did that y'all always know. When I watch football, I only watch Carolina Panthers when the Carolina Panthers ain't playing no more. My football season was over. When it comes to basketball, I really only watch LeBron when LeBron ain't playing no more. My basketball season is over. But the caveat is, when it comes to the playoff, I still watch the playoffs when it comes to football. Basketball. NBA, with the W in front of it, which means WNBA, I'm going to find somebody to cheer for on that screen. But NBA playoff talk was this week so far. So far, what predictions did you guys make that you realized that you was completely wrong? Completely wrong.
None yet. I'm all good.
Maybe the Bucks.
Oh yeah, they are in trouble.
The Bucks is one for me.
I guess that is, that's the one. Yeah,
they are in trouble. You think Gunners will come back in time to fix it?
A lot of his skill depends on his movement, and if he got a back contusion or a back bruise, it's gonna be kind of hard. The way that Miami play defense, it's gonna be kind of hard for him to be able to do what he do. And he's not really a good 3-point shooter, so he can't stretch the floor. Allow everybody else to do what they do. Like his whole thing is driving and kicking, or driving and
Oh, you say his whole thing? I was about to say, what we doing?
So I don't know.
Okay.
Like Jimmy, he got hurt last night too, but he didn't have to play the rest of the game because they was up by so much. And now with them being down 2-1, I don't know. Like the Bucks, they looked like they was gonna be able to hang the way that they handled game 2. But last night, shit.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder once your superstar.
So the one that the one that I was surprised by out of all the ones I picked was the Bucks. They look like they in trouble.
Who would pick out of Phoenix and the Clippers? Everybody pick Phoenix? So are we still surprised that Westbrook is out there balling like a motherfucker?
The reason why I picked Phoenix was because I felt like with Paul George not being there and if Kawhi was going to miss games, I felt like they wasn't going to be able to depend on Westbrook as their one guy to go to. But man, not only is this guy playing defense, this guy is hitting shots. Him and Norman Powell, and the way that they incorporate their ceilings, Miles Plumlee and Zubac, man, if I'm telling you, if they had one, I'm just saying one, Kawhi Leonard or Paul George, I feel like this would be a whole different series. But
I think after watching what I did see, if they were all healthy, and not saying Kawhi Leonard, because Kawhi Leonard can't play 2 games straight anyway, but if Paul George was healthy, and they get the regular Kawhi Leonard, they always get the one that shows up, plays 35 to 40 minutes, goes the fuck off, and then can't play the next game because his whole body's swollen. I think they will win this series.
There's no time but return for him.
Oh yeah, they're gone. They got one more game to play. What's today? They played yesterday, so I think they probably play Tuesday. Yeah, and they're getting bounced out after that. I didn't know that. I didn't. Well, I feel like James Harden on his last couple of years, but I didn't know Embiid was going to play as bad as he played, and they still win the whole series.
They ain't look good doing it. They did not look good doing it. So
that just shows. That's only because, to me, I think that's only because, like, the next 3/4 of their season was just Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So they got to the playoffs off their back.
I hear what you're saying, but they was in playoff position after the trade deadline. They could have easily folded, but they didn't. They still remain in the top 6, so they didn't have to play in the play-in. So I hear what you're saying, but then when you see the flip side of it, where Dallas was like a top 4 seed, and then they fell all the way out. So, like, I don't sit here and see it that way. I think that they coach, Jock Vaughn, he did a good job to keep them engaged and challenging them to be their best on every night when they could have easily, like, just folded. Matter of fact, you know who the MVP of that series was? Coach Ben Simmons. He was a beast.
Did Ben Simmons even play?
In spirit. In spirit.
I think they need to get that nigga. I think when this contract is over with, if anybody signs that dude after this contract,
you know somebody will. And
I need to go try.
I say that is because he's 6'10", and if he's able to get back to the point where he could be a solid defender, like somebody's gonna, give him a contract to play defense. He not necessarily score, but play defense, because that's one thing that's lacking in the NBA.
He only like 26. He's like 26 years old,
Yeah.
6'11".
Somebody's gonna pay him to play defense. He probably gonna end up in like Charlotte or some shit first. But once they see he still got it, somebody gonna trade for him just to play defense.
If Dwight Howard ain't playing,
Dwight Howard
I don't see why they should
He's
get him a
playing
contract.
in like Taiwan or some shit.
Yeah, he's playing over there.
But
well, if he ain't playing in the NBA,
I did predict
I don't
that
see
they
why
was
Ben
gonna
Simmons
sweep
would be
the
playing.
76ers and Nets. I did predict 76ers was gonna sweep, and they did. I don't know. Somebody said
I thought I
Embiid
did
stay
too.
healthy, but even without Embiid, they swept. So
yeah, I feel you. So
man, who cares?
Lakers.
I just want to say if the Grizzlies didn't start out so bad last night, they would have had some trouble. Cause come fourth quarter, Ja Morant, that motherfucker started hooping, boy.
I feel like they just gave him the shots. Like, all right, if you want to do it, you can do it. He scored 45 points, but look at how close people were on him.
Not just the 45.
Now, he did try to
put
camp
up
it on
13
LeBron, though.
assists and 9 rebounds. He was 1 rebound away from a triple-double.
Nobody was guarding him on them
You
shots.
know
Like,
why?
he was just shooting 3 after 3, and I'm like,
Because
y'all
for the
still not
season,
going to
he
guard?
shot 31% from 3.
We're not.
So they wasn't thinking he was going to hit him.
Mm-hmm.
And they was up by
like 20.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that was not a close game at all. But when I looked at it, I had just finished watching the movie with my wife because Saturday's movie night. I'm married and I got a wife. So we finished moving, and then I looked at the score and I was like, "Dang, it's 10:45 now. What's the score?" I
Like
looked at that shit.
9 or
That shit
some
said
shit.
38
Yeah.
to 9. I refreshed it because I was like, "Why is it showing me the Lakers score but not the Grizzly updated score?"
Boy, it was like, I seen
I'm
that
like,
shit.
"Wait a minute,
45 to
this
13 at one
motherfucker!"
point. I said, ooh.
Yeah.
I said they wasn't ready.
That's the one thing about the Lakers, though. They could have kept that pressure on and made it a non-game by halftime. Kept that pressure on, kept doing their thing, and made it a non-game by halftime. But they loosened up, man.
James.
Yeah, and that is the leadership.
I ain't gonna lie. AD playing better than what I thought he would.
I mean, yeah. Let's hope he can stay healthy. You know?
I still think they're too soft, man. Because last night is an example, man. The ending score was 101.
They might look
111.
soft, but I'm
No,
telling
they
you
should.
what, there's a couple of them boys like Austin Reeves and Hachimura, even Vanderbilt. Like them some solid players that got some toughness about them, man.
I'm about to say I need to caveat that by saying I think they are I think they are soft because they're a new team. Like this team hasn't had. I mean, the starting lineup hasn't had 10 starts together, and we in the playoffs.
I mean, you look at the Suns; they was that way too.
So,
like they didn't have a lot of starts together,
yeah.
and they up
But Suns
3-1
have
right
been
now.
But yeah, and I also feel like that's why the Suns are having so much trouble with the Clippers right now because their whole team has changed because they basically had to trade away a lot of their bench and move other people up
because the Clippers are deep. Like they ain't even been playing like the Robert Covingtons and shit. And Robert Covington is a key 3-and-D guy, but they ain't been playing him. I think it's just because they got like you said, they had to trade away a lot of depth. But when you got Devin Booker and Durant playing 40-something minutes, Chris Paul, 37, 38 years old, playing 38, 39 minutes a night, that fatigue factor gonna set in. And when you got a team as deep as the Clippers,
that's why I want them to go.
You know,
I want them to.
that's gonna give you a lot of problems.
But yeah, I thought it was gonna take 7 games.
I told him, I said,
but
with
all those injuries,
yeah,
they might.
it's
The
not
last
looking
game is
good.
their next game. So let's go with Minnesota and Denver. Anybody watch them games?
Nets, like this is another series I'm not interested in. Like Murray be hooping, but it's like you already know what's gonna happen. So, like, what's the point?
Yeah, hey, it might end up being a bubble rematch with Denver and Lakers.
No, I don't think so.
You think Denver go put out?
That ain't who I'm talking
Phoenix
about.
go put Denver out?
I just got 3 words for you. Like the beam. Like the beam, boy. Hey.
Yes, definitely.
Like the beam.
So, but Sacramento, they up 2-1. They still got 2 games to play, right?
Hey, man.
Hey, that's Dub City right there. You.
Yeah, right up top. Yeah, dog.
They still got 2 games to play.
I picked them to.
Don't play.
Yeah, he back.
Draymond,
Look,
is Dray-
I'm gonna
yeah,
tell you
they
this
go
now.
lose.
They look better without Draymond because they had more people out there that can move
Yep.
around and do things. Like Moody, he looked good. Kaminga, like all they depth from the bench, all they young players stepped up, and it's not gonna look good for Draymond next season when I think he got like a player option or a team option or some shit like that. Like
Yeah, you got
looking at that team, the way they played without him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he got to because
He gonna have to take his player option.
20-something million or some shit like that. I don't know, but they
He ain't getting it nowhere. Draymond been watched for a few
I
years.
ain't
The
gonna
only
say
time
he
he's
washed.
good is when
I'm
he
just
punches
gonna
people
say
in their chin
because
in the beginning of the season.
he sets up a lot on.
For
Oh, go ahead.
Draymond, I'm sorry, but for Draymond and his category
He sets
of
up a
play,
lot on their offense
I
now.
think he's washed.
Like he still got the passing. He's still a pretty solid defender. Like he can't shoot for shit, but he got the IQ to like if Curry or Clay or whoever cut, he could put the pass where it need to be for them to get an easy shot.
You got IQ to get the ball where it needs to get.
Let's ask the expert, the
Shit, he like
warrior
the beam
expert,
over there. What you talking
the
about?
ultimate warrior.
Shit.
Shit, his beam just fell out.
Good one. Oh shit. What's up, Dub City? How you feel?
So what's up, man? What's up, man? How you feel? How you feel about Draymond Green and his future?
He like a Westbrook on the Lakers.
Yeah, I feel like he might be good somewhere else. I think as for what he did for, I'm about to say Washington, for the Warriors, his role that he plays with the Warriors, he's done. It's time. But I think he'll be decent somewhere else for another couple of years.
Yeah.
Okay, I say this. I think he'll still be a serviceable player with the Warriors, just off the bench, like playing like a backup center. That no, of course.
You think he gonna do? You think he will do
end up
something
punching
like that?
Steve Kerr if that happens?
All right. The owners, Malone.
You mean Bob Myers?
That name
How the fuck I know this?
Right,
You a
Cleveland and New
Warrior
York.
fan. Come on now.
I'm saying I ain't a fan of the owner.
I hear you.
I'm a fan of the player.
I feel you on that because see, I'm a Hornets fan.
Cleveland
I'm
and
not
New
a fan
York.
of the owner. I'm a fan of the players.
He was a fan of the owner.
Was the owner Kobe Bryant? Then I wasn't a fan of the owner.
Now, what if Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron had
only one that
basketball
be
teams
winning
in the
is
league
LeBron
at the
team.
same time?
'Cause I think Kobe and Jordan are too much alike and they are the same way. Like they got all the talent in the world, but they are not good at scouting talent.
Right. They just see people that they
And
think are like
that's
them.
not always.
I
Hey,
was
so-
about to say something, but we recording, so never mind.
If it was about to,
Go ahead. Oh,
I can see your face. I knew what you were about to say. Don't say it. Cavs and Knicks. This is one series.
I was hoping that up there, Cleveland versus Lakers in the finals.
That would never happen.
This is one series that I'm kind of puzzled
I'm
about
just hoping, man.
because it's like the 2 wins that the Knicks got. They've been very convincing wins. and I picked Cavaliers in 7. So I don't know, like
Yeah.
it's just it's
How Cleveland only scored 79 points? They needed somebody in there taking charges, Kevin Love.
Right, he with Miami now.
Taking charges. Atlanta and Boston. Atlanta finally came out a couple of days ago.
Radar. Celtics about to go ahead and close them out.
Yeah. I saw Trae Young hit that 3 from the corner. I was like, why does it look like Lil Mike from Mike Tyson Punch Out is shooting this shot?
Little Bow Wow.
That ball was like, whew. That ball took forever to get up there. I ain't never seen a ball look so look like it was climbing for so long in the NBA.
The Celtics look yeah, they look ready.
Amazing.
Yeah.
With Gunn is out, you think they're going to be the team to go all the way now?
I think so. Because
yeah.
you know, I can't see the 76ers putting up a fight. But I can't see the Cavaliers putting up a fight. Can't see the Knicks putting up a fight. It's crazy because the only team I can see putting up a fight is the Heat, and that's the A seed. That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. I don't know though, Jimmy. Jimmy do have something for the Celtics.
Imagine Jimmy with the Kings. Okay. I think that's everybody.
Yeah, it's outro. Something each of us find interesting.
Something I find interesting. No.
What the couch behind you?
So we're gonna do this a little bit different. I want you to. I want you to tell where you could be found.
You can find me
say that again,
on Snapchat, Too Fresh for BS. But listen, what I don't get is how they got these spaceships that's damn near indestructible going up in space. All that heat, all that pressure and everything. But you got these cars down here. If you tap them, they dent, and you got to pay $1 million to get it fixed. I don't get that. Like, why can't you put the same material off a spaceship onto a regular car, and then you have an indestructible car? I mean, you'll lose a lot of money. You'll lose a lot of money, but I mean, your Cadillac was damn near indestructible.
Yeah. Yeah, they start making cars fold.
Yep.
All right. Doe Lo, tell them where they can find you and something interesting.
They can find me on Snapchat, cash_Falcon615. They can find me on Twitter. Nah, that ain't that one. The Hayabusa one is on Twitter. Yeah, the Twitter one is Hayabusate61573. On Twitch and on TikTok is Raizuna Jim.
You got all that, and I say
you're gonna need to write all this down on a poster and just put it up on the screen next time.
I could.
All right, so something that you find interesting.
Nothing really.
I'm
just
how
good.
prices are rising.
So you're not thinking on your lazy day? That's what it is.
But our pay rates still stay the same. Inflation.
No, it's just the cost of living. The cost of living is going up, but they are raising the pay, but it's just canceling each other out. If you think about it.
All right, I go. You can find everything I do at www.distractionnetwork.com. One thing that I find interesting is linking to what Doe Lo said. Inflation is going up. And pay isn't. There has always been a standard of supply and demand that regulated basically what things cost. After the pandemic, there came to be a point where they just said, hey, we're just going to try to make up for all the money that we lost, even though the government paid us trillions on top of trillions on top of trillions of dollars in order to suffice for that loss. And they realized that people will pay for that shit.
Cost of living.
So on the flip side, the thing that I find interesting is that the people that are the cause for supply and demand, when they decide not to use that shit, the government steps in again and makes sure that business doesn't fail. The most interesting thing of all of this is the reason to have a business is so that it could live and die as a business and it doesn't affect the person. So why does the government continuously ensure the businesses don't
Because they get more money from the businesses.
I mean, the small businesses supposed to get bigger through time by the bigger businesses dying off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
Yeah. Once Amazon came around, Walmart should have died. If Amazon wasn't allowed to be a monopoly, there should be 7 different versions of Amazon out right now.
well, you know what money will be in that.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So yeah, my interest is the way that America ensures businesses don't die.
Operates.
Meanwhile, you have poor people living on the street eating the meat beside the thumbnails.
Circle of life.
It's well put, Skip. It's well put.
And the government has the unmitigated gall to tell me
Blasphemous.
that they think I don't deserve the money that I get. Cause let me tell you something, I get paid so much, and it's so good to get paid like this. I understand my net worth. I understand what I'm worth, but yeah, that's all I got.
So you can find me at.
I need to watch some more Stephen A.
Oh yeah, we gonna have a segment where we do impressions one day. So yeah, I better work on that. You can find me at on Snapchat Syxxteen King, and you can find me on my YouTube channel High Midnight Syxxteen King. There's 2 things that I find interesting. One, that you listen to XG and you listen to Bohemian Rhapsody. That wow. But anywho, the other thing that I find interesting is Silicon Valley Bank. The owner or the CEO sold $3.6 million of his shares, and then the next day the bank went bankrupt. Isn't that like? I mean, like, you know, I don't pride myself on knowing economics and all this shit, but ain't that the same reason why Martha Stewart went to jail?
Yeah, caught insider trading.
Oh yeah, okay.
But it's the same thing that all them congressmen did right before the pandemic hit, and none of them went to jail and got in trouble for it.
I don't understand how he sold 3.6 million.
I'm at 3%.
And the next day it went bankrupt.
Where you charge that, man?
I don't know. I'm trying.
Yeah, why don't you just charge his phone up?
I know Skip.
Come on, Skip. You need to
Skip. All right.
But that's what I find interesting that happened. And now I think there's a something going on where a lot of the banks are going bankrupt and the government is trying to bail them out, which I feel like this happened within the last, like before, like within the last 10 years or so. So why the banks keep going bankrupt? Just let them die.
Because money ain't real. Money ain't real. I promise you that. I mean, we value money the way we value money, but that shit is not real.
It's kind of like what was that? Was it Bitcoin or something like that?
Duh.
Some
That
kind of
dumb.
coin that everybody invested in, and now it's going belly up as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make.
I told everybody, do not mess with that shit. I told everybody, don't mess with that shit. And it was like, why? I was like, look, y'all follow celebrities because celebrities say do all this stuff. You're talking to a guy that works in the system. And I'm semi-popular too. So if you want to say celebrity, whatever like that, listen to the guy that does this shit. Bitcoin is a scam. I have 4 Bitcoin. I built those 4 Bitcoin back in like 2015 when it was 4 for a penny. So I built 4 Bitcoin on a hard drive that's now a cold hard drive in my safe. I have 4 Bitcoin. But the way Bitcoin works is there's no way you could join Bitcoin when they're worth $20,000 each and make a profit off of them. There's no way because it takes energy. And the reason why it takes so much longer to build each Bitcoin is because of the energy. And then if you can, like the Trump coin or whatever they did, if you can build something, make 20,000 of them overnight, it ain't worth shit. The only thing, the top 4 is the only one. And then NFTs, I always said, don't buy an NFT ever. But if someone's willing to pay you for an NFT, let them send you some money. Because that shit ain't worth shit. All they're doing is building stuff up for the mega world or whatever. The Gen 4 internet. And Gen 4 internet ain't going to be worth shit. And it ain't gonna be. They've been trying to build Gen 4 internet since the mid-90s, so it ain't. Okay, set's running low on battery, so let's go ahead and end this, and then we'll chat for a couple of seconds until everybody want to get off.
This is fame.
All right.
And 3, 2, 1.
Fresh kicks, so fresh ways. Got them girls up in a day. Baby girl don't feel play. They hating cause I'm paid. Only chill with Holidae. Southern comfort got me made. This ain't gonna be my round to the day we hit the grave. I hear him calling. Man, it's ballin' and our rappers in New Orleans. I hear my city calling. Big dog, we need more. Standing on them chicks cause they don't smoke that no more. I'm hitting you the picture while you winding up. I'm getting richer while this dude's so fly. 6'5" my wingspan. Did eat a point guard and they used to be the wing.